There's our proc on Ascendance from the Earthshock, so we can just spam out big lightning bolts. Oh my god, they're just non-stop. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning into another Supatease video. In 11.0.5, Elemental Shamans are getting an absolute insane touch-up as far as their class and specialization, and I wanted to go into a deep dive going over the changes and how do they actually feel in the game, because it looks like it's almost completely different than it was before, which was trying to be a completely different version than it was before that period as well. So for Shaman, the baseline changes. Sky Fury is a lot less mana. I'd still really like to see Sky Fury just go to be a passive aura, like Devotion Aura or something, that you don't have to activate yourself and don't need a keybind for. Shaman just has way too many keybinds. So I'd really like this class buff to not be an on use. I get like the skill element of trying to make sure that you're maintaining that buff, but I don't think it's something that Shaman really needs in their kit with how like global demanding the class is as a whole across all three specs and how bloated it is on keybinds. I'd like to see that changed. We got new Ascendance models, we got new Lava Burst models as well, and visuals, which we are going to be taking a look at in this. We got some AI updates for Ancestors and who they're prioritizing on their attacking spells. I wish that they'd update the Boomkin one for Treants, because they just kind of wander off and attack random things and don't even attack the thing that you're attacking. The big one for me was the changes to Stormbringer and the Lightning build of Shaman. It seems like I think that it could actually potentially be playable, so when we get into the game here in a second, that's going to be the first thing that I'm checking out. We're getting a lot of changes on the baseline tree that just give us movement speed and more mastery. And the biggest one as well is that it will give you instant cast lightning bolts, not just chain lightnings. And they're making it so Lightning Bolt can trigger Ice Fury, which is really crazy. Before, I think it was only Lava Burst, so now, you know, both of your spammed spells have a chance to activate it, which makes the Lightning build a lot more viable. They've introduced new talents that also give us cooldown reduction on our Stormkeeper, so I'm definitely going to try like a cooldown reduction Stormkeeper build to see like how low can we really get it. They've added new talents for the Lava Burst build with Erupting Lava, where Flame Shock gets a longer duration, but our Lava Burst will consume some of its time in order to do more damage. So kind of interesting, like sort of like eating your dot away type of mechanic that I wasn't expecting to see. We've got talents that increase the duration of Lightning Rod and its damage bonus. And let me just turn down the music. Stormwind is getting a little bit too antsy for me here with this. Getting a little bit too loud for us. But that's crazy. Getting more uptime on that. The Lightning build looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Increase the damage of Earthshock and Earthquake, just damage buffs across the board. Ascendance is being redesigned, so now instead it's going to instantly cast Flame Shock and a 100% effectiveness Lava Burst. So you could just kind of like go into a fight, pop Lava Burst, and just get going. Or if your Flame Shock gets dispelled, using it as a way to just immediately get it going again. However, it's not going to provide critical strike damage bonuses to Lava Burst instead. Or remove the cooldown of Lava Burst. So its upfront value is going up, but its sustained value is going to be going down, likely as a little bit of that as well. Quality of life changes towards some of the pets and some of the UI, just Frost Shock damage buffs, and with Ice Fury triggering from Lightning Bolt and Chain Lightning, I feel like that could be really crazy combination. Ice Fury now causes your next Frost Shock to be empowered, and now causes Frost Shock to hit 4 additional targets, so it's also going to be AoE, which could be crazy in PvE. I don't know so much for PvP. However, Ice Fury itself is getting nerfed, so Frost Shock going up, but Ice Fury damage that's amplifying, it's going down, so it probably ends up close to about the same in terms of overall damage. Liquid Magma is going to generate Maelstrom. Ice Fury and Frost Shock are also going to generate Maelstrom, so it looks like we've got a lot more Maelstrom generation in order to look forward to. And Primordial Wave is going to grant Lava Surge. Oh my god, this is, I think, the set bonus at the end of Dragonflight when I was playing my Ellie Shaman, and it was so good. So I'm really glad that Primordial Wave, this makes the lava build a lot more fun. So it seems like they've really got like a lot of changes to basically both archetypes of the Elemental Shaman. So on Stormbringer, we can see those changes with the movement speed, I think. This is just critical strike damage. Choice node, chance to get struck by lightning for movement speed, or Tempest will just increase your movement speed. So I kind of want to try this random one. It can be super fun just to zoom around the map. We can get Mastery, or Lightning Bolt, Tempest, and Chain Lightning have 50% chance to overload, chance to cause an additional elemental overload. So I mean, I kind of want to try this overload and try like it'd be almost like a Wind Fury range DPS. Tempest causes your next two chain lightnings or lightning bolts. That's what I like about this, to be instant cast and deal 40% more damage. I think previously it was only chain lightning. Stormkeeper, you just can proc a Stormkeeper along with the cooldown reduction. When you cast Tempest, you gain Surging Currents, which increases the next heal of your healing surge, or we can get Lightning Shield, just gives us 3% damage mitigation. Lightning Rod target now also takes 20% of the damage that Tempest deals, and Tempest also applies Lightning Rod. Really like the Lightning Rod synergies. Earthquake and Chain Lightning damage just get buffed by 15%, and Lightning Bolt and Chain Lightning have a chance to just strike your target for extra nature damage, and every 3 times this occurs, you will get Tempest. So now with the Lightning Bolts build specifically, I think we go down the left side. Ice Fury triggering for Lightning Bolt is really great. After casting Ice Fury, the next time you cast a damaging nature and fire spell, you additionally cast an Elemental Blast. So the fusion effect is still here. Your next Chain Lightning or Lightning Bolt has a 30% reduced cast time after casting Earth Shock. So I'm going to be going for like that fast cast, trying to get the cooldown reduction on Stormkeeper as much as possible. And in order to go for lightning bolts, and with this talent tree build, so I'm just trying to make sure I don't make any mistakes on what I'm selecting here. So Frost Shock and Ice Fury increase the damage of your next Lava Burst. We're probably not going to go for that with the lightning build. While Lightning Shield is active, you just get 8% nature damage. Seems great. Maximum Maelstrom is increased. Elemental Fury increased critical strike damage by an additional 25%. Imbuing your weapon with Flame Tongue increases your fire spells. We probably don't care about that for lightning build, obviously. Casting Lava Burst is a chance to make your next lightning bolt or chain lightning cast, trigger elemental overload. Maybe you could mix that in a little bit. I think that they buffed the baseline effects of these ones. Imbues your lightning shield, gives lightning bolt and chain lightning a chance to call down 2 thunder strikes for 50,000 damage each. Kind of tempted to try that out with like the Wind Fury proccing builds and see how that feels. Earth Shock doing 8% more damage seems pretty good for this. Increase the damage of your elemental overloads by 40% seems pretty good. Increase the duration of your elementals. We probably want to run the storm elemental build, I think, as this specifically, so we'll go for that. Also, your damage spells can it's still only 22,000 damage on Earthen Rage. Seems like that's probably still going to be pretty low. Maelstrom generation, these all seem oriented around Lava Burst, so don't really want to be picking the ones that are oriented around it. Do we want to be running Primordial Wave with a lightning bolt build is now the real question. We'll go in for Ascendance. Actually, no, do we really need Ascendance? I don't think we need Ascendance. We can get the 10% damage from Equilibrium, or we reduce the Maelstrom cost. Probably want that. We're going to Earth Shocking quite a lot. Earthquake Elemental Blast can trigger your Master Elemental Overloads. Overloaded Earthquakes do not knock enemies down. We obviously want Lightning Rod. Increases the duration of Lightning Rod and the damage bonus. We obviously want that as well. And it seems like we can probably mix in like a little bit of fire, judging by the remainder of this tree. So if we wanted to go for Ascendance or for Primordial Wave, or we can just go for these like kind of proccing extra boosts of damage instead of those specifically. But while Storm Elemental is active, we want that for 10% nature damage. Primordial Wave, do we want to go with Primordial Wave? It's focused around Lava Burst, and I kind of want to go like just completely zappy boy. Right now, it's really what I want to do. This is all oriented around, we could get an empowered elemental is the only thing I'm seeing here. We can get like an elemental that spawns after. I think this one doesn't do a lot of damage. After casting Earth Shock, your next Earthquake deals, that's kind of just like pad AoE damage. I'm thinking like PvP specifically here with this one. Maybe we'll just get the overloads. Casting Earth... Oh yeah, they changed this. So now Earth Shock procs Ascendance. So it's actually useful as Lightning Shaman. It's not just only Lava Burst. I didn't even think of that initially when I saw this. I thought this was a nerf to the Lava build. But it's indirectly actually a buff to the Lightning build, because you'll actually be able to proc your Ascendance without needing to use Lava Burst. Oh my god, wait, this is actually kind of crazy. So maybe we can play Ascendance, and then we can get like the haste during it. So we get the procs, we'll get a ton of haste as well on top of it, and then we can get the elemental at the bottom to be empowered. This is all coming together. This is all coming together. I swear, it's all coming together. And then we could maybe run Elemental Equilibrium. This one's like a little bit just like, we could just do whatever we want with this talent point, kind of seems like, as far as wanting to go for a lightning build. So we'll just go for Equilibrium for now. And then this one, we'll just get like the ones that increase our damage. I'm not going to worry too much about making sure that I get like all the healing and the defense stuff here, because I just want to fill this out as quickly as possible. Maybe we actually do, I don't think, you're probably still not going to want like the Frost Shock oriented stuff. Would be my best bet with this one specifically. I just want to make sure that I get anything that increases damage by nature and lightning, so that we're doing like maximum damage here for the testing on the dummy. So we're just gonna like randomly select things. It improves your shield imbues as well, so the Thunderstrike Ward's gonna do more damage with the imbuement on this. Okay, so that seems like it could be really good with that specifically. I'm definitely excited to try that one out. Ancestral Guidance, let's just lob these in. Not too worried about anything that doesn't increase damage. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything specifically. And I think we've got pretty much, it's just this one, just nature damage. I think there's one that increases fire damage or something somewhere over here. Yeah, this one, frost and fire. And we just need to lock in 5 talents to make sure we can do this. I'm very excited to try this. I am very, very, very excited to try this. Okay, so we're going to need Stormkeeper on the bar. So Stormkeeper, also it looks like it's pretty easily accessible through the middle of the talent range. But we probably still want Surge of Power, actually. Or Shock Elemental Blast. Yeah, we probably still want Surge of Power. Should flip this one over really quick. Okay, so we got Stormkeeper at the ready. I just want to see what the damage rotation feels like for this. So we'll get some Flame Shocks up. We'll pop Ascendance to see what it looks like. New Lava Burst animation as well. So it only applies Flame Shock to the target that you're targeting, it seems like. The cast time of the Lightning Bolt seems kind of slow, but maybe it's just ramping up a bit. We got this 4 stack, so we get 16% increased haste. We're proccing Ice Furies. We have big Lightning Bolts coming through. Feels like the cast time of the Lightning Bolts. Whoa, that was a lot of procs. Okay, that was a lot of procs. Let's get some Earth Shocks going in here. We got our Tempest now rolling. We're getting Lava Burst procs as well, which we could weave in if we needed like an instant cast of damage. The Stormkeeper proc, I think they're every 50 seconds. We got that Stormkeeper. We got the cooldown reduction as well for the Stormkeeper, although my Stormkeeper randomly disappeared from my bar. Where did my Stormkeeper go? Let's put this down here. Okay, we got Stormkeeper on the bar. Let's see what this thing feels like. Elemental Blast procs seem really fun. I like that. Stormkeeper, Lava Burst, Ice Fury procs. We got 3 stacks of Stormkeeper right now. So we got Earth Shocks. Oh, that's kind of annoying if you proc a Tempest with Stormkeeper up and you can't just shoot it instantly. I kind of think you should honestly be able to shoot Tempest in. Oh my god, that's a lot of procs. Okay, when you get like a chain reaction combo like that, this build is very fun. When you get that all the lightning just hits at the same time, the new Lava Burst weaves in with everything else. I actually like the channel on that Lava Burst a lot relative to it before. I just really think that Tempest should either work with Stormkeeper. Maybe it's just too OP if it does, but the cooldown reduction on Stormkeeper, let's see. Let's put it on cooldown. It's on a minute. See how long it takes to be able to get it off cooldown. It just seems like if you wanted to get like a triple instant lightning bolt in a row and then Tempest procs and it just stalls you from getting that next lightning bolt out, maybe to finish a target, that could be kind of frustrating. I love the frost shock procs happening from lightning bolt. The only thing I haven't noticed is like I haven't got a proc ascendance in quite a long time, it seems like, even though it's supposed to happen from Earth Shock now. Also, I don't think I have my lightning ward on. Let's get this thing on. Let's see if this adds any more animation. Oh my god, that thing looks insane! Why did they give this thing such a cool animation? It's literally just a buff. You hold your shield up to the sky and it just shoots lightning at it. It hits for 70,000 damage a piece. Okay, now let's try this, okay? Now let's try this. Now we're cooking with butter, okay? We got the Thunder Strike ward. We got Wind Fury Lava Burst range proc, so Wind Fury range DPS. We got our Storm Elemental out. Hopefully we get like an Ascendance proc or something. That would be, oh my god, so many procs. Just so many lightning procs, dude. I could see maybe a bit of a problem that it's pretty hard cast heavy. There's our proc on Ascendance from the Earth Shock, so we can just spam out big lightning bolts. Oh my god, they're just non-stop procking. Just when you have that Ascendance proc, oh my god. I feel like though it feels like too low RNG in order to get it, would be my only point. We got that lightning rod, so let's just get a little bounce out here. Some instant cast lightning bolts. I don't know if like the lightning ward is that thunder coming down from the sky. Is that what that is? I'm trying to look in the combat log. Lightning bolt overload. Maybe it's just an overload. I think it's just an overload. But these numbers seem crazy. 1 million lightning bolt. These numbers seem insane. I guess it's only 300k now, but there's like a ton of procs. Like one lightning bolt, like that Tempest hit. It looked like it hit for like 300. Oh, let's try just one lightning bolt. So we got Thunder Strike hitting for 150k, Lightning Bolt for 100k, Awakening Storms for 170k, Overload for 100k, Lightning Rod for 30k, Thunder Strike again for 150k, Lightning Bolt Overload again for 300k, Lightning Rod for 80k. I mean, this build seems really fun. My only concern is that the Ascendance proc rate seems kind of low. And like, let's target this guy. So it doesn't apply Flame Shock to that. It said that it was supposed to apply Flame Shock. I really like this Ascendance form. You know, it looked kind of goofy from the front on the cinematic for it, but like from the back, you just feel like Super Saiyan 3 Goku, dude. I'm literally just Super Saiyan God Goku. This thing is insane. This thing, I love this. I love this. Again, just the main pain point is that it feels like Tempest not being instant cast when you have Stormkeeper feels kind of lame. Proc rate on the Ascendance during Earthshock feels pretty low. But the Lava Burst, look at all that procking, dude. Look at all that lightning. Like, this feels good, which I think is important. I just wish that some of the procs are happening a little bit more frequently than they currently are. Like, I got one proc Ascendance basically this entire time that we've been looking at the spec, but this feels really cool. Like, this feels like a Lightning Shaman. I feel like they've taken a lot of the pain points that were in it before and kind of ironed them out specifically. So let's just take a quick little hot look at Lava Burst instead. So let's just dial back all this stuff because we're going to pretty much take every other talent, I think, that's available to it, or play the Primordial Wave, and we'll see like how many Lava Bursts we can get out specifically. But that seemed really fun. Now, Stormkeeper being here, would we still play Stormkeeper even with a Lava Burst build? So obviously we're going to want Flux Melting now instead. We're going to drop Storm Frenzy. We're going to want to pick up all of the ones oriented to Lava Burst and fire damage being increased, and Flame Shock increasing it. We get a new icon for Primordial Wave. I don't think it's a new animation though. And Magma Totem, I think, also generates us Maelstrom now, so we'll be able to spam more Earthshocks hopefully, because otherwise getting proc Ascendance is going to be really hard. We could get Magma Chamber. Just kind of trying to work my way through this. We're going to get Ascendance again. We can get the cooldown reduction of it, or we can get the haste of it. I'm going to go for the haste of it just because haste is fun. We'll get the improved Fire Ellie. We'll get the Fire Ellie up here. Increase the duration of Flame Shock by 6 seconds. And Lava Burst consumes. Kind of want to try that. Lesser Elemental didn't really seem like it was doing a lot of damage. This one seems a bit harder in terms of like, I don't know if this build that I'm coming up with right now is obviously not going to be like 100% the best. Let's just try this. Go over to Equilibrium. I feel like you would normally do that. And then we're going to have to flip, obviously, to the other Shaman spec, to the Farseer here for the Lava Burst specifically. So Ancestors are 20% more powerful, or we could get more chances to proc them. Probably just, Shaman's is all about proc and stuff, man. Like Lava Burst have 5% chance to call an Ancestor, or they last longer. We want more. We don't care if they last that long, okay? Lava Burst damage, additional charge. I don't think anything is really changing in the Farseer tree from what I remember reading. It's just more or less on the Lightning build specifically. I want to see what the proc rate feels like, honestly. One thing they need to fix, though, is that when you don't spec into Nature Swiftness and you take this thing at the bottom, Ancestral Swiftness, it's like this thing just like disappears off your action bar, which is like super annoying. Yeah, I had to make a macro so that it was just on my bar permanently, which you can. But it's kind of annoying that you even have to do that in the first place. So we can get like a Magma Totem down. This one's going to be way more Lava Burst oriented, so we're just going to be lobbing out tons of fire, looking like Super Saiyan 3 Goku, proccing Earth Shocks, getting tons of Maelstrom generation, just lobbing out tons of lava. Seems like you can run out of Lava Burst pretty easily actually during Ascendance now that it doesn't make it not have a cooldown though. You actually have to press Lightning Bolt. Maybe that's intentional, so you'd use Stormkeeper during that time, and you would like weave in a little bit more lightning as opposed to just being only fire. Obviously we got Primordial Wave as well. So Primordial Wave giving us Lava Surge is really nice though. That's a big improvement. You can see just all the Lava Bursts falling out immediately after getting that. But the proc rate still seems kind of low, just with me pressing Earthshock this many times. Maybe it was just always like that even before, even when it was Lava Burst, just not that high of a proc rate, but it feels like it's kind of low. Got Earthshocks. This build feels maybe just like about the same. I think the Lightning build is obviously a lot more improved. And I'm kind of just waiting to get a proc. The Ice Fairy procs, the Elemental Fluxing still feels really good from those talents baseline. The Primordial Wave, I'd say that's the biggest improvement for the Lava Shaman, is that the Primordial Wave giving you a instant Lava Burst. But it seems like during Ascendance you can actually run out of Lava Bursts, which could be a bit frustrating specifically. Also, I don't remember using Stormbringer as the Lightning, or as the Magma build, but it's a bit interesting that you get to like mix that damage in. There we go, we got the Super Saiyan 3 Ascendance proc. We're ready to go again, we're ready to rock. Spam out some Lava Bursts, do some big damage. The Lightning build, I would say, looks way crazier though. It looks way crazier. The Lava build, it's nice. It's kind of still the same, but the Lightning build looks really cool and new. So I think that's what people are really going to be looking to check out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of deep dive into the Elemental Shaman for 11.0.5. I wanted to see what was going on with it, because on my Shaman, I've been kind of like not 100% locking in on a spec. I do a little bit of Ellie, a little bit of Rest, a little bit of Enhance, and I've kind of struggled to like lock into which one I want. And this Lightning build is making me really want to check out elemental. I'd say like pretty close to as much as the Dark Ranger in my video that I covered there, which I'll have linked here in a second if you missed that. But thank you guys very much for tuning into the video, and I will see you in the next one.